Have you ever heard about a marine plant named kelp? Well, kelp is a type of seaweed which grows in the shallow ocean waters. Basically, they are the marine equivalent of land forests, playing a huge role in local biodiversity and capturing harmful carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And like the current situation of land forests, the kelps are fast disappearing. In our next report, a research done by the University of New South Wales is making the case for restoring underwater kelp habitats. Take a look.
The brown algae seaweed known as kelp are home to hundreds of millions of underwater species. Marine scientists at the University of New South Wales say these little-known plants inhabit a third of the world's coastlines. And much like trees on land, kelp play an important role in capturing carbon, which is responsible for global warming and climate change. Scientists are now raising the alarm. They say there are very clear signs that these kelp forests are fast disappearing on a global scale. Since not a lot of people go underwater, the general public is largely unaware of its plight. You must be wondering, if not a lot of people go underwater, then how are these kelp forests disappearing? Kelp needs cool, nutrient-rich water to survive, so warming oceans and regular heat waves have strongly contributed to the decline of the precious algae. Another reason for its progressive disappearance is the proliferation of sea urchins which feast on it. In an effort to help revitalize kelp forests, a team of UNSW scientists has recently published the first extensive study of worldwide kelp forest restoration attempts. Spanning across 16 countries, 260 restoration projects, and 300 years of work, the survey shows how restoration has progressed over time.
We uncovered this really rich history of projects from all around the world, different cultures, different countries, all looking to restore their kelp forests and their sea forests for different reasons, but doing a lot of the same things to make that happen.
Preserving kelp is not just important for the health of the ocean, it has far-reaching consequences. One of the key findings of the study undertaken by the UNSW is that in order to restore kelp forests, it's better to start with whatever little of the seaweed that is left in any given location rather than restarting from scratch. So they advocate for focusing on preserving existing kelp plantations. The effort to preserve and restore kelp is multifaceted, but, according to Egger and his colleagues, it needs to focus on two things: prevention and intervention. Prevention is things like reducing water pollution, reducing sedimentation, and generally keeping the kelp's environment healthy. Intervention can be seeding, transplanting kelp from the lab and other areas, or dealing with kelp-eating sea urchins by, for example, introducing sea urchin predators.
To protect kelp forests, the number one thing we need to do is stop our CO2 emissions, right? Without that, our entire planet is in severe trouble. Beyond that, pollution is also very important, so protecting our shorelines from pollution. Overfishing can also have very negative impacts on kelp forests. So they're all things that is a combination of local factors and global factors that can lead to the decline of kelp forests.
The study shows that most restoration projects are small in scale, but a few of them have managed to restore more than 100 hectares. It encourages information sharing and collaboration between groups. They are uniting the world to save a modest seaweed, which holds one of the keys to humanity's long-term survival. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.